Welcome to the 11th show in our series of Touring Texas Songwriters with our host, the Long Tall Texan, Mr. Bruno Michel. Today's show features singer-songwriter and co-producer of this series, Richard Paul Thomas. That's me. And it's brought to you by the Barrel Brewing Company and the citizens of historic Salado, Texas. I was recorded live in front of a studio audience for broadcast on Country Radio Switzerland. Sit back, relax, and listen to Bruno and me having a good time doing what we both love.
So that's kind of awkward. You sit here with the co-host of our series, and then suddenly we try to think about what to ask that guy. And then you research, and he has no candles. So this is going to be boring.
I'm sorry to say.
This is going to be boring.
You should have called Linda. You probably would have gotten a few things.
I missed that one.
You did miss that.
I missed that one, okay. So anyway, you're from Wisconsin, and for around 35 years, you and Linda were calling Salado their home now.
Yeah, I think I moved down here in 77. Mm-hmm. 77.
Now, her ancestors go way back here, right, Linda? And as a songwriter, why not settle in the music capital like near Austin or Houston?
I did. Salado is the music capital of Bell County.
Because you live here.
Yeah, because I live
exactly.
You got to make it where you are,
But you did actually work in Houston for the Cousteau Society, so tell us about that. Well,
we back in about 75, Jacques Cousteau came to Milwaukee. And we had written a song, my ex-wife Susan and I had written a song called Ocean Bird that they used for a film. And they were producing these things called Involvement Days, which were a day-long festival, and they had exhibits of all the local environmental groups. They had speakers from different organizations. They had the Union of Concerned Scientists and all those people. And then the film festival, obviously, Cousteau has tons of films. And then at night, they do a concert. And we did the concert with Country Joe. Remember Country Joe the Fish? Give me an F. No, we're not going to go there. Not going to go there. And then about a few months later, I got a call saying, can you come down to Houston and help us do the one down there? So I came, and that's where I met Linda. And we did that one there. That was with James Taylor. And then went to another one in Boston with John Denver and a whole bunch of other people, and Don McLean, and then we did shows with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and it just was on and on and on. So it was a fun deal until Philippe passed away, and then it all ended. So I wound up in Houston.
Okay, talking about Ocean Bird, you want to play that or another one to start?
Oh God, I haven't played that in years. Besides, I don't own the copyright on that, so I don't think she'd let. It's my ex-wife.
Yeah, it's hard when you write a song and you make your first million, and then your ex-wife has the rights to it.
Well,
That's
I had to sign this little paper when never mind. It's a long story.
All right, let's play something else then. What you have in mind?
Yeah. I think you know this one. It's kind of one of those songs where when you put strings on a guitar, you play this little riff. I'd done that for about 30 years, and then finally the song came out. It's called Retirement Blues. Than I look, younger than I feel, cruising down the highway, hands upon the wheel of life. I spin at every chance that I get. The jackpot is avoiding me, but I keep placing my bet. The years are flying by, quicker than the miles. Seasons keep on changing, faster than the styles I wear. My hair grows grayer every day. I call on Pretty Kelly and she makes the gray go away. Time is flying out of control. It's a crime how the years take their toll. All these rhymes, they nourish my soul. The carousel is spinning round, I still reach for the gold. Ring, I'll play one, Bruno. Do you play harp or anything? You should. So you can solo with
I didn't play the thing.
what?
I never played a thing. Well, I
Play
did.
the radio.
I did play
What did you play?
guitar, and then I realized people stay longer if I don't.
Time is flying out of control. It's a crime how the years take their toll. I'm younger than I look, older than I feel, full of contradictions. Variety is real to me. My heart beats stronger every day. I'm riding on a roller coaster, time, get out of my way. I'm riding on a roller coaster, time, get out of my way. I'm riding on a roller coaster, time, get out of my way.
Feeling right there with you.
I know. That's kind of my birthday song now. It's like a reminder.
Yeah, we're not getting any younger, that's for sure.
No, we're not. Why is that?
I think it's just time runs like crazy, that's all.
Yeah, it does.
Now, when you left Milwaukee, it was 26 below, and when you arrived in Houston, it was 69. So can one say that you kind of blossomed into Texas heat, or?
It was weird. It was very weird. First off, I didn't realize people spent winters like they do here in Texas. You know, I mean, because I was born and raised in Milwaukee, never left that part of the country. The booking agency that we worked with would put us in Florida and Georgia in the summer, and North Dakota and all that stuff in Minnesota in the winter. So, you know, that's all I really knew. Got here 69 degrees on the 4th of January. You know, then stayed here and did that event we were talking about. Had a birthday party for Linda on February 13th. We were outside at the Arboretum in Houston having a picnic on February 13th. Something was really wrong with this picture. And then when Memorial Day came around, I was so sad because I thought summer was over. You know, but summer hadn't even begun. I should mention I had a Dodge Maxi van with no AC because you never bought a car with air conditioning
up there. You don't need,
at least back then, you know. So
here it definitely helps, actually.
yeah.
But that's pretty much what we figured out when we got here. We visited many times, and it was kind of what we liked. You know, we were down in January, December. And every time outside dining, hanging out with friends, having a party outside, and that's it. That's what we like.
Yeah, from Switzerland especially.
Get out of the cold, get out of the snow.
Yeah.
A little bit more sunshine, that's exactly what we feel okay. We like it. And you obviously did as well because you're still here.
Still here, yeah. Well, you know, I think I lost my pass to go back. I don't think they'll take me anymore. Although Linda keeps telling me I'm still on probation. I'm not a Texan yet, so.
Well, what lasts that, like 50 years is the first benchmark, right? Mm-hmm. So you got another, 10, 15 left?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll make it. I do miss the Midwest, though. I mean, I loved cross-country skiing and ice skating, and we lived about a block away from Lake Michigan, so it was just beautiful during the winter, but intense. And it went on, and it's still going on from what I can understand up there.
But the good thing is you still can do that. You just could drive like 5 hours north. And
yeah, that's what I hear.
Up in New Mexico, you can do all that stuff.
Yeah. Still, you know, the days of driving long distances are past, I think.
Okay. All right, so the day before you got drafted in the military, you had a kidney stone.
Where'd you find that?
And I had one too, actually, but not when I got drafted. I had it way later, so I had to go.
Yeah, I spent the night in the hospital, and then they give you those, at the time, they gave you those huge Hortz tablets, you know, that turned your urine bright red. And then I had to go to the induction center and gave them a sample, and guy looked at me, looked at the sample, said, "Get out of here." You know? And then the draft came. The The whole thing where they gave you the numbers. I can't remember what they called it. Lottery, that was it.
Yeah.
And I was 333, so.
Good for you. All
My
right.
brother had to go. So,
Let's play one before we get to the next one.
okay. Well, this song doesn't exactly go from the draft to music, but it does. It did come out of a long past thought. You know, I don't know if you remember the first girl you've ever kissed.
Youth Alzheimer's is kicking in slowly, but yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Well, for some reason, I was sitting on that couch and it just came to me, you know, God, I wonder what Andrea's doing, because that was her name. And it was, you know, 60 years later.
Okay,
right?
what's your probation?
Yeah. So anyway, so the first verse is kind of a makeup about her, and then I never saw her again, actually. And the second part of it's about how Linda and I met. So this is called I Can't Wait. You caught me by surprise the first time you kissed my lips. I felt your love shoot through my soul, right down to my fingertips. I hardly knew what happened. I thought we were only friends. Now, darling, I can't wait. No, I can't wait to taste your lips again. Your beauty on that evening, well, it took my breath away. The music played, our bodies swayed, my heart held you at bay. I wish I would have realized that we were more than friends. Now, darling, I can't wait. No, I can't wait to taste your lips again. Was it only moonlight that made me ask you to dance? Should I blame the starlight? It kept saying, take a chance on romance. Is it my infatuation that keeps calling you by name? Oh, darling, I can't wait. No, I can't wait to taste your lips again. Was it only moonlight that made me ask you to dance? I can't blame the starlight. It kept saying, take a chance on romance. When I came back to my senses, turned around and you were gone. You disappeared from my world and life kept moving on. Every day I dream about you as I sing this love's refrain. Now, darling, I can't wait. No, I can't wait to taste your lips again. Whoa, darling, I can't wait. No, I can't wait to taste your lips again.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a two-step. How come you guys didn't get up and...
But not with mine.
The rug is a little bit.
Rocks in the way, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll get it out of here.
Now, that's a dangerous song to sing because you're still on probation, so,
Yeah, I know.
right?
I know. Well,
Well,
We'll see.
after your kidney stone, way later, and which kept you from going to the military, you still started to work with helping veterans to overcome PTSD. Is that work still going on, or?
Not as much as I would like. We did an awful lot of concerts and things with Vietnam veterans against the war way back when. In fact, I think I had an FBI file, which was kind of a badge of honor, back then in the 60s, I'd like to. There's a lot of songwriting things that are going on around here with veterans.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Really like to get involved more in that, but that hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been writing songs for a very long time. Can you, beside The First Girl, still remember the first song you wrote and what it was about?
Yeah, it was a song called All Souled Out, SOULED. But I don't remember how it goes anymore. I've got all those recordings are long lost, you know.
So you don't have a recording of it and anything?
No, little pieces come to mind every once in a while, but I'll have to. I've got that. What did you call your thing? Your youth Alzheimer's.
Youth Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Those things come to me every once in a while, but not. If you don't hook onto them right away, they're gone.
No, you can actually use that. Your thing, as you said, for a lot of things, because sometimes I forget to remember whether my wife told me to have one beer and be home at 10 or the other way around. So
10
it helps to have youth Alzheimer's. That's for sure.
Does it really? Yeah, it's amazing. I don't know if you have. I have over my life. I've had some pretty vivid dreams, and the problem I've always had is, did I dream that I did that, or did I really do that?
Yeah, right.
So you wake up in the morning and go, well, what happened there? So,
yeah. All right. And I guess now there's a song about that too, right?
No.
No?
Actually, there is, but again, I don't remember it. No, I still remember it. It's called The Dreamer, but I don't know if you ever saw a movie called The Lathe of Heaven. It was about a guy that dreamed things, and when he woke up, that's where he was. It actually happened. And so it was a pretty frightening movie. So I had a song about that.
Depending on what you're dreaming.
Yeah, it all can be. Well,
frightening.
this doctor started manipulating him to do things, so it was kind of weird. Yeah.
Okay, so how does that go?
It doesn't. It's a pretty down long song. I don't have that one. I guess I shouldn't keep bringing up things that I don't play.
That's right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you just want to go and prove how many songs you wrote. So I guess
well, it's how many songs you wrote or how many songs you remember.
You can remember.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's where the difficulty arises.
Yeah. As long as you can still fill an hour or two, that's all good.
Yeah. And as a solo artist, that's tough. It's nice if you're in a band. You can always,
rely on the others.
Take it, Bruno.
Sure. Yeah. Then let's try one that you remember.
Okay. Well, this is one because it was one of the first songs that was performed on this show with Randy Brown.
Uh-huh.
Randy and I got together a couple of years ago, and I had this idea. Salado was going through a pretty tough time. We had construction here of our freeways, and it really hurt the businesses and stuff. And fortunately, we have about 50 or 60 buzzards that live here full time or year round. So they were flying around the town. So I kind of had this idea, and we got together and wrote a song not about the buzzard as much. It is mentioned in the song.
There was that song that he wrote about Grand Saline, right?
Yeah, One Ghost Town. Yeah. So you mind if I do that?
No, sure. Go ahead.
I guess this is on his new album, so have to look for it. It's out soon. This always was a one-horse town. That horse, she ran away. I'm sitting in my rocking chair and watch this town fade away. Been alone now these 13 years. How I miss my Sarah Jo. She always told me we should leave this town, but it's the only home I know. This was a better town when you could hear the sound of the trains slowing down at the station. Trains don't stop here no more. They boarded up the stores and the young folks moved away. The graveyard's all that grows round here. Someone's passing every day. Just as old folks keep hanging on until there's no one left to grieve and pray. This was a better town when you could hear the sound of the trains slowing down at the station. Trains don't stop here no more. They boarded up the stores and the young folks moved away. See that buzzard way up there? He keeps circling round and round. If I were him, I'd fly away, but I'm stuck here on the ground. This always was a one-horse town. I saw her run away. I'm sitting in my rocking chair as this town fades away. I'm sitting in my rocking chair as we both fade away. Thank you.
Yeah,
One horse
let's hope we're more like Buddy Holly and do not fade away
Do
right
not
now
fade away, yeah.
because it will
Buddy
be a little
Holly,
early.
yeah.
So we'll keep hanging around, I
Okay.
guess. Yeah.
That's a day I'll always remember for sure.
Happens actually to a lot of towns, by the way. This is something we experience along Route 66, a lot of things.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you drive some of the back roads here in Texas,
Put the
it's
new
just,
road in and then everything's gone. And
you wonder why.
people
you
just
know?
leave.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty crazy. Well, between your albums Wings of My Heart in 2012 and then Salado in 2016, it's exactly 4 years. So next year's 2020. Does it mean new one's coming?
I guess it'll have to be. You just,
Sounds good.
I have no.
If
yeah.
you can remember 12 songs.
Well, if you record them, you don't have to remember anymore. Yeah. No, actually, I've been working on it. Been talking with Merrill Brigante and Chris Gage, and got some songs in the thing. Just I've always been the kind of writer that if I have a reason to write, I'll write. If I don't, I don't. So having an album on 2020, and you're going to make me do that, right? Do you have a name for it?
Sounds
Do you know what
pretty
it's going to
good.
be called?
Well, depends what you will be, 73 or 4 next year?
74.
So, yeah. Hard to find a song around the thing of 74, right?
Yeah. Why
Or
not?
maybe you write something retrospective going back to 1974.
There you go. That's an idea.
Kind of
That's
some
an idea.
old
I've been
stuff.
told that sometimes I write songs from a younger point of view, but
Yeah, why not? Going back in time is always
Yeah.
not a bad thing these days.
no, it's not. It's nostalgia. That's good. Yeah, I do miss those days. I mean, that was pretty heady times.
Yeah, we all miss them because we could party until the morning and go to work right away without any headaches, and not happening these days anymore.
No, we usually pay for it for the next couple of days. Yeah.
All right. Now, you shared the stage with a lot of artists. Among them was actually somebody that I wrote my first article about, which was Anne Murray.
Really?
Yeah, my first one was about all the Canadian artists back in the 80s. And Anne Murray was one of the articles I wrote about, pretty much the first one I ever did. Now, she was more based like on this mainstream country thing that came out later. And you played with a lot of other legends like Townes Van Zandt or Merv. What made you stick to the roots and keep this kind of music that you do instead of going mainstream and make $10 million like Anne Murray did?
What makes you think I haven't been trying? You know? Well, I don't know. It just was, it's always what you're influenced by. We were back in the mid 70s, late 60s to mid 70s. There were a lot of 5-night-a-week listening rooms, with Townes and Odetta and all these different people that you played with. So you started working on and writing songs that people would listen to, so the lyrics became a really important thing. It wasn't so much about dancing, as anything else. So I think that just kind of stuck, And obviously many of my influences are the bigger acts that have done all sorts of things. Obviously Buddy Holly from way back then, Richie Valens, and the Stones and the Beatles and all. I mean, how could you not be influenced by all those people around you? But it's just, it's where I'm at. I haven't been able to change. I don't know. It's just, I try, but it just comes out the way it comes out.
Yeah, especially when you watch people these days, their first and prime goal is get up to Nashville and kind of become famous. And then all these funny shows, be it American Idol, be it The Voice, be it whatever, generating these kind of one-year acts. You win, you're big, you get a record deal, you do 3 albums, the first one, the last one, and a Christmas album, and then you're done. So
that's your contract.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, and then there was another guy from Texas, I can't remember the name, 25-year-old guy, pretty cool actually, more in the neo-traditional area. And he had a major record deal, but they didn't like the sales figures. And after his first one, he was out. And then they played that other stuff that you can hardly categorize in anything. That's more like non-electric music. And I don't get it, because the people that actually want to stay to the roots, that's my personal view, is that these are the real guys. They stick to what they believe in and not what other people try to tell them to do in order to become big and famous,
Yeah.
Nobody would mind $1 million or $2 million, but...
Yeah, if you know an easy way to get that,
Bank robbery.
Bank robbery? Okay.
Maybe.
Let's talk off camera.
Yeah, we might be too slow for that these days.
They catch us right away.
We walk out.
There were
the
these
back
two
and
old
go,
guys,
"Ouch."
they couldn't get their car started,
Yeah, right. Can't find the keys anymore.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So let's not do that.
You're talking about these shows. There's a news show called Songwriter or something that's on.
Really?
And it's really kind of, it was an interesting premise, but according to everything I've been reading, they keep all the proceeds, And so, that's not too cool. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not the way it should work. Actually.
No.
Not at all.
No. So who knows? The whole world has changed with regard to how music is made and how it's distributed. So
these days it's more really like the business aspect and not the personal kind of feelings and,
Well, I think that's why more things like this are starting to happen. People are taking other routes of introducing their music to the world. In house concerts and things, rather than worrying about going to play some big staged, event.
And by the way, if you ever been in a 50,000 people stadium, it's not fun at all.
From a performer standpoint or an audience standpoint.
No, it's just not, Like Larry Joe Taylor's festival, we've never been there for one simple reason, I don't need 10 beer showers an evening.
Yeah.
Even it's splashing right up to the stage, So
Really?
that doesn't make any sense. No. When he used to start with 60 people, it was fun.
Yeah.
But now it's like 4 days, 5 days going on, 50,000 people all over the place. It's just crazy.
Wow.
And no.
Not for you?
Not for me.
No.
I like the small stuff.
Me too.
Sax
It's
and pop
intimate
stuff like
Yeah.
that,
Things where you can really get to know the performer and hear them speak about other things, not just be blasted away.
People really listen to the song.
Exactly.
That's the point. Talking about listening to a song. Let's play one.
Do you want to listen to one?
Sure.
Okay.
How about that thing that is the intro sound to our show? What was it called again? Something with gold.
Gold. I'd like to close with that if we can.
Gold. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
This is when I do travel and when I was touring a little bit, I would always try and do as much of it by train as I could. I just, it was a lot more fun to just kind of take a couple of days and take a train to LA or to Chicago or something, and then rent a car and go play, and then come back and catch a train coming home. And so as one of those train rides, this is a song that came out of that process. So. I can't spell the state I'm in, somewhere in the Midwest. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, and I can't get no rest. Sleeping, waking, train cars shaking, towns go speeding by. I'm waiting for the sun to rise and brighten up my sky. Lonely whistle blowing as we cut through the night. The engineer knows where she's going, following her own light. I'm riding on a train. No internet connection, stare at my reflection, no idea where I am. I'm wondering how my life will change when we come around the next bend. Red lights blinking, everybody's sleeping. I'm on my own once again. The time has come, no holding back. It's now or never, my friend. I can't be in a hurry. I know patience is key. There's no need to worry. I let my mind go free. I'm riding on a train. I used to drive down lonely roads, dreaming of days gone by, living in darkness, not in light. The time has come for me to change, reach for the sunlight, leave the rain. If I just open up my eyes, open up my eyes. Lonely whistle blowing as we cut through the night. I can see where I'm going, finding my own light. Lonely whistle blowing as we cut through the night. Now I know where I'm going, following my own light. I'm riding on a train. I'm riding on a train.
Noticed one line in that song where you said the engineer knows where the train's going.
That's nice, isn't it?
You know why that is, right?
Why?
Because train is on tracks.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that. And the light only goes so far, yeah.
That's right. So in an interview several years ago, you said that you like many different styles of music and also write in different styles.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any kind of favorite, be it in writing or performing?
No, I think I don't know, I kind of let the song tell me where it's going to go, you know. If you try and make it one, like some people write a certain kind of style, whether they be a country, which is the thing, and you hear that, and there are some differences. But I've always liked jazz. I've liked a lot of different things. I was fortunate. My dad, he didn't play any instruments, but he had this incredible record collection.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we'd be listening to Broadway plays and, big band stuff and polkas and waltzes because I'm Swedish and Polish, and in all sorts of different things. So that was kind of my upbringing. So, and I was in the days, you remember the old, 50s radio,
Right,
it'd be, one day it'd be Rock Around the Clock, and then it'd be Volare, and then it'd be, some K-Star
Right.
thing or something. It was a huge mismatch of everything. And so I've always liked that about music, and so I kind of try and do that when I write, write different things.
Talk about polka. You ever wrote a polka song?
A couple that have polka feels, yeah. Can't remember everything.
Here we go
but,
again.
but I have recorded them, so there may be one or two on the new CD. But if CDs still exist by the time 2020 gets here,
They will.
I took this whole stack of CDs with me out to LA for the Grammys and rented a car, and they didn't have a CD player in it. So I was like, okay, that was fun.
That didn't really help then. All right, let's have another one. We got 3 questions on the record.
Let me tune up a little bit. So this is a song I wrote for Linda for one of our anniversaries. I think it was the 33rd anniversary, because I think that's writing a song is the 33rd. Isn't it like paper's 10, silver is 25, gold, writing a song is 33. So every night we go to bed with thunderstorms playing. And our grandkids love it. In fact, they don't go to sleep unless we have the thunderstorms playing. Yeah, playing all night long. And so that kind of gave me the idea for this song. And if you're talking about styles, this is kind of, I think about it being from maybe the 60s.
You probably can't play that in the Amarillo area right now because they will kill you. They had it for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, definitely no storm songs. But, so this is called Raging Storm. I don't know where to start. No words can express what's in my heart. So many times I've tried, but all the right words continue to hide. Then the wind set free these words for me. Love is lightning in our eyes. Love is thunder rolling by. Love's the rain that floods our home. Our love grows strong with each raging storm. Remember when we first met? I was alone, far from my home. We became best of friends. From a small spark, our journey began. Love was new, a dream come true. Love is lightning in our eyes. Love is thunder rolling by. Love's the rain that floods our home. Our love grows strong with each raging storm. When the storm subsides and you lie by my side, sleep will bring us peace until a new soft clouds floating by. Love's a star that warms our home. Our love grows strong with each raging storm. Our love grows strong with each raging storm.
You see how easy life is as a songwriter. Every time you're in trouble, you just write a song and everything's good.
Well, it is part of my therapy, yes. Although when I played that for Linda the first time, she said it was missing something, so I had to come up with that bridge and a little change. So, so you know, we talk from time to time.
From time to time. And that's a good thing. If you're long enough together, we understand each other without words.
Sometimes you misinterpret, I will say that.
It happens, but,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
it's more quiet in the house, actually, when you understand yourself without words.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
So how does a songwriter get the idea to write a one-man musical like you did with Captured Rainbow?
Well, you know, it was back to you just talking about it. You know, sometimes you have to write songs just to get things out, and that's what that was all about. It was basically it was from the time my first marriage ended through the first couple of years here in Texas, and all the people I met and the emotions that were carried through all that, and I've always loved musical theater. In fact, if I had to do anything full time, I would like to just do a couple of musical plays, one-person plays. They're powerful, they're fun, they're kind of an extension of what a live performance is, but with some theatrics involved, you know. And so the Captured Rainbow took place in a hotel room, which is where I was spending most of my time. And so that play was written in a hotel, and each of the songs carried on some part of the story, you know. And it was fun. I did it a bunch of different places, and I would do it again, except, you know, finding a market for it is just as
That's what I
difficult
was
as anything
asking,
else.
you know,
Yeah.
is there a market for this stuff these days?
Well, I mean, look at what Springsteen just did. He just did his one-person thing, and
Right.
of course, that's Springsteen, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, but he sold out months and months of performances. You know, I just need one night at that rate, and I'd be fine.
Yeah, right. How long did that whole thing go that you wrote, like performance-wise? About 1.5 hours?
No,
an hour?
it was a 2-act play. It was a couple of hours, you know, a little
Wow.
over a couple of hours, and it's fatiguing. You know, when you do something, it's one thing to stand just sit in a place and play a song. It's another thing to have to act out the whole dialogue and I've always liked the fact of there's no fourth wall. You know, a lot of performers keep that wall. I would go out into the audience. There's one song called "Dearly Beloved," and I would pick different people in the audience and dance with them and do all sorts. So it was fun.
Did you have different characters or
No, it's
in
just
the play or just yourself?
Well, I'm schizophrenic, so there were 2 or 3 of us on
Yeah,
stage at
okay.
any given time. Yeah,
You yourself and you.
yeah, me, myself, and I. Yeah, yeah. You know, so that was because that's the songs were written from the vantage point of some of those different people. You know, but it was still just me. You know, in the situation. So it was fun, and I've thought about it. I've been, you know, some of the songs I've written would kind of fit into something. I just have to think about what the story
Overall
would be.
umbrella
the whole
would be, yeah,
overall.
yeah.
So I might, now that we're doing this, I might just include you in the next play. You can
Right.
make a cameo experience.
Yeah.
Kind of
I can play a fool pretty good.
You can play a fool?
Yeah.
All right, well, good.
You know, for intelligent people, it's easy to play dumb. The other way around, it's more difficult.
More difficult. I
Yeah.
hear that's true, yes. Yeah.
All right. Let's hit another one then. Maybe one of... Now you can't probably play anything out of that musical without context, right?
Yeah, it'd be hard. So you're talking about different kind of fields. This was one, I should change guitars, but I'll try and get through it. Remember the days when you used to go to the airport, pick up your bag, walk right in, get on a plane, 10 minutes at the most, I used to fly out of Boston all the time, and that's how it used to be. And then when you came home, your relatives and friends were there to greet you when you got off the plane. So that was kind of the pretense of this song. Of course, all that has faded now. Now it's a 3-hour wait when you go to the airport, and
For a 50
your
minute
loved ones,
flight,
your loved ones can't even get close to you. But so it's called "Wishing Love Would Be That Way," and it's kind of a jazzy kind of feel. So it just had to be done this way. I'm sorry, it's just the way it was. When I'm on the road, I think about her all day long, yearning for her tender touch. I'm wishing love could be that way. When I go to sleep, I dream about her every night. Hold her tight in my arms. I'm wishing love could be that way. I wake up every morning, a smile upon my face. How my heart is longing for her warm embrace. When I get back home, I see her waiting at my door, standing there just like a dream. I'm wishing love could be that way. Little jazz piano here, you know. Every morning, a smile upon my face. How my heart is longing for your warm embrace. When I get back home, I see her waiting at my door. I must admit she's a fantasy. I'm wishing love could be that way. I must admit she's my fantasy. I'm wishing love could be that way. I'm wishing love could be that way. I'm wishing love could be that way.
Yeah. Now I can imagine when you first played that song to Linda, you know, in the first verse, she probably shortened your probation, and then the last part actually increased it.
I think I came home from that trip, and she had changed the security code on our locks, so I couldn't get in, if I remember correctly.
Where is she, by the way?
I don't know. She left the room when I started playing. I can't tell you what.
Probably why.
I can't tell you what's going on. Yeah.
All right. That question, actually, we only had once on all these shows, but since you're kind of the lonely writer, imagine you get stranded on an island with nobody around you. What 3 things would you take with you?
Well, I'm assuming no electricity.
And nothing. Yep.
Nothing. So probably a guitar. A guitar and another guitar.
Yeah.
I don't know, a pencil and paper. I mean, pretty much that would be it. You think about those kind of things. I know I thought about this question long and hard after you hit the guys up last week in Wheatfield. That was pretty funny. You can't wait till you hear what they all had to say. I know you're
right. Yeah,
it was hilarious. But I don't know. I guess just enough guitar and a couple of books, and that's it.
And then you go hunting.
Yeah. Well, I like seafood, so if I'm on an island, they can always figure out something,
So you think, despite our age, you would still be fast enough to catch fish by hand and stuff like that?
No, I have to wait until they die and wash up on shore before I can do anything with them. I don't know that I can catch them.
Hopefully that happens within the first 4
But I mean,
days.
clams don't run very quickly, or oysters, so I could probably get those guys. Don't you think, Richard? We could probably do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but no.
All right, so before we get to the last one, let's play another one, I guess.
Okay, well, I got to think of what we got here.
No idea.
I go to these, used to, not much anymore, I go to these songwriter conferences where a whole variety of songwriters get together and discuss different things.
Song swaps.
Song swaps, and it's kind of like a Kerrville type thing, or with small audiences, and and you do things like that. And one of the things that happens when you do an event like that is when you get there, they usually run from like Thursday to Sunday. And you get there on Thursday and you get the opportunity to pick an idea for a song out of a hat.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Sunday they have a buffet, kind of a last gathering of thing. And at that point in time, you present the song.
Mm-hmm.
But the tough part about it is these conferences go from 9 o'clock in the morning till about 3 o'clock in the morning with the Renegade, concerts and all that kind of stuff. So you really don't have much time to write. I mean, it's always going through your head, but late at night, literally very late at night is when you have time to write. So I have a couple of them that I've written there. Actually, about 5 or 6 songs that came out of that thing, and they're kind of fun songs to have to do. So I have a choice of doing one that's more gospel-y or one that's more ballad. I think I'll try the gospel-y one kind of thing. The idea when I pulled it out of the hat was, look at your hands. That's all it said, So this was about 5 years ago when, there was a lot of things going on with, same-sex marriage and people not getting, the government was really a problem with people, well, still is, a challenge getting things with people in need. And so this kind of came out of that whole process. So it's, first verse is about the people in need, and the second verse is about the people that could help but don't. So
then the third verse is about you helping.
I'm hoping the song helps. I'm hoping the song. I mean, it's one of the things you want as a songwriter is that the song tells a story and it reaches someone. Yeah. So I did have a call one night, not this song, but I have another song, and a lady's grandson was severely injured in an accident, and she said this one song, she played it over and over again, and it got her through the night. And she actually went, wow, that to me, that's
mission accomplished.
That is worth more than anything you can possibly think.
Absolutely.
So this is called "Look at Your Hands." So, la da 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 da. There are folks in this world who struggle and fight the injustice that smothers this land. As I watch them, I hope things will be all right, and wonder if they need a hand. Look at my hands. Are they working for freedom? Look at my heart. Is it love that I share? Look at my life. Is it worth all this living if I don't lend you a hand? There are others in this world who live for themselves, only thinking about what they can gain. As they ravage this earth, don't they understand when they're done, suffering remains? So look at my hands. Are they working for freedom? Look at my heart. Is it love that I share? Look at my life. Is it worth all this living if I don't lend you a hand? We all have the right to choose how we live, decide right or wrong, which prevails. We make a choice to take or to give, whether to win or to fail. So look at my hands, are they working for freedom? Look at my heart, is it love that I share? Look at my life, is it worth all this living if I don't lend you a hand? Look at my life, is it worth all this living if I don't lend you a hand? If I don't lend you a hand. You can tell I'm a child of the 60s.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think my usual last question is probably something I should not do because you had so much time to think about the answer over the past 10 shows.
I have an answer for you.
But we can get to that. But you could also answer a question that nobody ever asked of you. What would it be? Like something you're really desperate to get out there.
Why in the world do you continue to do this when you're... I mean, it's interesting, this whole show is an example of why I like doing what I'm doing. We've had the chance for 12 sessions, to feature other people that are incredible talents. And you get to take them to Switzerland with you and on your radio show.
Yeah, have fun
and
about
we
it on
with,
top of it. Yeah.
With Troy, we get to video them and pass that on. Boy, that's a good reason to do what I'm doing. I mean, I still love writing songs, and I'll probably continue to do that. But this has been a great deal of fun, and I thank you for getting together with me and allowing
thank
me
you
to be part
for
of it.
offering all this location and everything. So it goes right back to you. But that was actually a question I bet you have been asked in the past. Why do you do this? So
I don't know.
probably
it's a
somebody
question
did.
I ask myself every day. Why do I?
Yeah, right.
Why do I do this? I don't know. The question I like hearing the most often is, "Can you come and play for us to do these
Yeah, that's a
different things?"
good question to have, right?
Because I don't play out that much. I really don't play very often at all. Maybe half a dozen times a year.
Yeah.
So it's mostly recording and writing and doing these things. And we've done,
like that, yeah.
in addition to the show, we've done about another 24 other artists that we've done videos for. So it'd be nice to get asked once in a while to come out and play.
Right.
Can you come out and play? Yeah.
Yeah, and make some money on the side doesn't hurt.
Well, making the money is a side to this whole thing because
That
there's
helps.
not that much in it. Yeah,
But it's still fun.
It is fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love doing songwriters in a round kind of thing. Those are just great fun. When you just go to do a show,
That's
that's
of
great.
inspire you.
Yeah, and you
each
get to
other
talk
with the
just like this.
ideas,
Where did it come from? Why did you do that?
Somebody has an idea, plays a
yeah.
chord, the next one comes in.
I mean, that's how I met
Yeah.
a number of the people that we've had on this show is in that kind of
Absolutely.
situation. So
Yeah, because, you guys here all know that, but maybe some guys that are not here may not know. So they learn about it when they watch the video.
Yeah.
But we talked about this thing for 18 months, I guess.
before we got started,
And it just never happened because he was busy, I was busy. We forgot about it. Use Alzheimer's. Here we go again.
that was our old age Alzheimer's
Yeah,
kicking
right.
in there.
And finally we started last December. Wanted to do 12 a year, and now 6 months later we're done.
And they want us to do 12 more.
Pretty
which is-
crazy.
So we'll start up again in the fall, which would be fun.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed these. I mean, these have been
absolutely. Yeah.
they've been fun.
It's fun.
I hope you guys have had a good time with some of these things too. It's been
The bad news, it results into work for him and me because at the end of the show, that's when the work starts.
we both put in some
yeah.
decent time, and Troy too.
But yeah, right.
Yeah.
He got to edit all the videos and do all
Yeah.
that stuff. So the three of us actually have fun during the show, and then we go, "Shoot, what did we do? Now we
I
got to go
know,
back to work."
I know.
But
And it takes a
it's
few
still
hours.
fun.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
like
cool.
when you see a show, it just goes by so fast. I like the ability that I can come back and listen to the mixes and work,
Right.
and really pay attention to what they're saying and what they're singing. Because hearing new songs the first time, it just all flies by.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
and
really
you got to
hard.
rehear them 2 or 3
So
times.
kind of
yeah.
reliving that, and I don't know if that's what it's like for you, Troy, to have to sit and watch this over and over again. But do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I fast forward through it.
I don't know if you heard that he said sometimes I fast forward
That's
through
what
it.
I do. That's what I do on the audio sometimes, and it sounds like Mickey Mouse, you know.
Listen to it in double time.
Double time.
Everybody's talking really fast.
yeah.
All right.
And
Well,
we each take a different point. I mean, you're doing it for the audio because of the show.
Right.
I'm doing it, for the audio and the quality of the songs, and you've got the video
Yeah.
side of it. And I love when I see the videos finally together. It's
well, the
just,
results are pretty
yeah,
good, actually.
the
Yeah.
results are fun.
And,
Looks like everybody's
now
having a
we-
good
now We
time.
need to get them out, and then Troy makes his first million for the videos, and
Yeah, we've been waiting. Yeah, if you're out there, we've been waiting.
yeah, right. Watch that stuff.
Looking for sponsors. Yeah.
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 Yeah. As soon as they hit like 10 million views, you're good.
Well, we would like to thank Barrel Brewing Company for supplying the
Absolutely, yeah,
beer. There's one of the
definitely. Good
beers
stuff.
right there. They've
That's
been
good stuff right
with us
here.
since the beginning, and
Yep. Bloggers, always a good thing.
the musicians always love the
Creek
beer.
Don't Rise is probably the wrong name right now with all the rain, but hey.
Well, that's their names are kind of interesting. They had 784 is one of the beers. That's how many people signed the petition to have them open the brewery here. For those of you who don't know, Texas was pretty dry for a long time.
Oh, yeah,
so-
it's the Coyol still
yeah.
is. in
So now
parts.
it's starting to come alive.
It's
yeah.
about time. All right, we got time for one more, I guess.
One more, and this is the song that you were asking about, the intro
Oh, okay,
thing.
cool. That was it's the introduction melody to our videos, by
Yeah.
the way. We only played the sound, and then we cut it short because we didn't want to hear him sing. But now we hear
I took
him.
the singing out. I just removed it altogether. When we record, we always make what I call ghost orchestra tracks. They're tracks without the vocals. Because when you do things on TV, you'll sing with the track. You
Yeah.
won't necessarily be playing
can dub over
with
it,
it. So this is called Pot of Gold. Flying down a Texas highway, working hard both night and day. Everyone is going the same way, looking for a place to play. Lots of folks, they like to hear us when the music plays for free. Not sure if they will support us, paying rent's reality. Writing songs to sing for supper, how I love the open road. One day at a time we take it, carrying our heavy load. Searching for the right connection, many stories yet untold. Flying down a Texas highway, searching for a pot of gold. The music business changed a whole lot since the last time I was here. Working full time on my music, miss the old days, that's for sure. It's the song that starts the process, that's what they all say. Very few can make a profit, guess it just works out that way. The internet is full of places to capture every song you need. Download free from countless sources, it's getting harder to compete. I've been told so many times that my songs just don't fit the mold. Flying down a Texas highway, searching for a pot of gold. I am free, spending my days writing songs for you. Can you feel the joy of life come shining through? I am ready for a challenge, anything to make life flow. Still have lots of years before me, just how many I don't know. So I'll keep on playing music, reading
grows as I grow. If we all support each other, who knows just how far we'll go. Writing songs to sing for supper, how I love the open road. One day at a time we take it, carrying our heavy load. Searching for the right connection, many stories yet untold. Flying down a Texas highway, searching for a pot of gold. Flying down a Texas highway, searching for a pot of gold.
This has been a really emotional experience for me doing this show. You know,
Yeah,
It's
we
gonna be-
drove a lot of highways, but never found the damn gold.
I know the gold's always missing.
Just
The gold's
crazy.
always
Somebody
missing.
else got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
must have.
obviously. Hey, thank you a lot.
Thank you very much.
Pretty
Thank
cool.
you.